Good day, Philippines. My name is Beyblance Lapinit, and for today's vlog, we'll be talking about ethnocentrism and relativism. When we say ethnocentrism, it is a tendency to assume that one's own culture and a way of life represent the norm and are superior to all others. Now, when we say cultural relativism, it is the viewing of the people's behavior from the perspective of their own culture.
Ethnocentric individuals judge other groups relative to their own ethnic group or culture, especially with concern for language, behavior, customs, and religion. These ethnic distinctions and subdivisions serve to define each ethnicity's unique cultural identity. According to William G. Sumner, ethnocentrism is defined as a technical name for the view of things in which one's own group is the center of everything and all others are scaled and rated with reference to it. He further characterized it as often leading to pride, vanity, beliefs of one's own group's superiority, and contempt of outsiders. In the study of anthropology, ethnocentric are people born into a particular culture that grow up observing the values and behaviors of the culture will develop a worldview that considers their culture to be the norm. If people then experience other cultures that have different values and normal behaviors, they will find that the thought patterns appropriate to their birth culture are not appropriate for the new cultures. However, since people are accustomed to their birth culture, it can be difficult for them to see the behaviors of people from different culture from the viewpoint of the culture rather than from their own. Examples of ethnocentrism include religious-centric constructs claiming a divine association like divine nation, one nation under God, God's own country, God's chosen people, and God's promised land. Now let's move on to cultural relativism. It is a principle that an individual person's belief and activity should be understood by others in terms of that individual's own culture. It was established as accepted in anthropological research by Franz Boas in the first few decades of the 20th century and later popularized by his students. He understood culture to include not only certain tastes in food, art, and music or beliefs about religion. He assumed as much broader notion of culture defined as the totality of the mental and physical reactions and activities that characterize the behavior of the individuals composing a social group collectively and individually in relation to their natural environment, to other groups, to members of the group itself, and each individual to himself. This understanding of culture confronts anthropologists with two problems. First, how to escape the unconscious bands of one's own culture, which inevitably bias our perceptions of and reactions to the world. And second, how to make sense of an unfamiliar culture.
That will be all for this vlog. Thank you for watching, and if you have some questions, you can comment here and don't forget to subscribe.